Good morning, everyone. My name is Tony Mills from Energetic Wisdom. Today, I'd like to talk about snoring. Okay, very common thing, really. I did used to snore myself, to the detriment of Annie, my wife. And so, what has changed? First of all, it can reflect our present state of health. It can reflect the wrong food, and beer. I remember that was a pretty bad one. I don't drink now, but that was pretty bad for snoring. So the wrong food, really to have good food makes a big difference. Exercise, of course, and there's muscles in the airway that need to be worked as well. So is exercise not just in physical exercise, but exercise regards breathing to suggest different areas. Is Wim Hof is a very good way of increasing your breathing capacity, and to actually get those vocal cords moving. There's another one that I came across because I just investigate things when something comes up for me. I look at these things in all aspects. I work on the emotional side, which it makes an amazing difference, really. But to look at our physical side as well. So the food, I go to, personally, I go to Medical Medium, Anthony William Medical Medium, which deals with plant-based food. Okay, and that has made a big difference. Breathing, the other thing too is I've joined a choir. And there's also, at the same time, I came across a book called Set Your Voice Free, which includes a CD, which you can get quite cheap, really, by Roger Love. And it helps you express yourself as well as your singing voice. We can all actually sing. Some of you think, no way, but you'd be surprised. Okay. And the exercises I do in the morning is the 5 Tibetans. And that's kind of a yoga exercises, just 5 exercises. You work up to 21 times. But that's kind of, I feel it's best to do exercise regularly than to go once or twice to the gym or run once or twice a week. A regular exercise is a big factor, I think. Okay. Now then, going into the feeling side of it, the 5 Tibetans, by the way, you'll get them on YouTube. But the book I've got is by, it's called The 5 Tibetans, Christopher Killen, and you can get his book there and go through it. Small book. Going to the emotional side now, and I'm going to quote a couple of the people that I follow and use a lot of their information, which is very useful because I can apply it. And I'll tell you about that afterwards. Is Michael J. Lincoln, Messages from the Body. And he says, there's a stubbornly refusing to let go of old patterns. This is snoring, okay? Chronically stuck in situations, okay? That there can be a fear of the future, kind of resenting the past and fearing the future. Okay. A strong distrust in the universe. Nursing broken heart. I can do it. Feeling personally responsible for everything and having to do something about it. Right. So that was Michael Lincoln, Messages from the Body. Now the other one is Lise Bourbeau, and your body's telling you love yourself. And what she says is liberating sleep from your waking hours. So you're actually liberating the sleep. It's expressing it from the waking hours, and that the dream does the same kind of thing. Okay. So you haven't been able to make that noise during the day. Okay. So you'd have to, you're certainly releasing it at night. So you haven't been made hurt, you haven't been heard. That is the feeling. So it all comes out at night, I'm afraid. Okay, to the detriment to whoever's with you. Unless you both snore, then you get stereo. There's yeah, you dare not speak up because there's a fear of rejection. And the funny thing about that too is there's a fear of rejection, and in the end, because you're snoring, you can be rejected. Do you know what I mean? So it's a funny old thing that, but it's just almost how your soul talks to you. So yeah. So what you're doing, you're rejecting yourself in the end. Okay. So others mirror what you're doing to yourself. That's what it boils down to. Yeah, it's rejecting your own inability to listen. Okay, that's the thing. I can understand that. I can go there at times. Not, I mean, I'm a man too. That's another thing. But you know, I'm getting there slowly. Okay, so if you listen to others, and others will listen to you, they'll even enjoy listening to you. That is a big clue in that. Okay, if we listen to others, and others will listen to you. Okay, and they'll even enjoy listening to you. I think that's an important one. Okay, and we're perhaps all a bit guilty of that, and I know, but I'm working on it. Okay. So Louise Hay, in her book Heal Your Body, she's got an affirmation there. It says, I release all that is unlike love and joy in my mind. I move from the past into the new, the fresh, and the vital. Okay. Now then, these are great. You know, Louise Hay is wonderful, all her stuff. What I do, it's applied. All the words that I've talked about, I can bring them alive and release them. All the painful truths inside us, actually, we carry. We have a job, we can say these affirmations, but when you have a tool to release them, it makes all the difference. And I have what we call a living lens. If you look at my website, that's been posted to you there. It'll say how I go about it. And it's a way of releasing these hidden, painful, emotional truths and empowering you with the positive. And that's the great thing about this. And snoring is another indicator of that we're not quite on the right path and how important it is to change, because to be stuck in any way is not good for us. And so it reflects all these things like diet, exercise, all these. It's saying, you know, this is you're not quite there with these things. And you know, very often I've got experience myself for things to change. Because you become aware when you've got it, it's very easy to sympathize with others when you've had the same thing yourself. So anyway, so I don't snore now. That's the great thing about it. So something's changed here, but these things are good to look at, these aspects of diet, exercise, breathing, but the emotional things are very important, because if we don't listen, if we carry on snoring, it'll try some other way. The soul will try and communicate with us in another way. A good one is not being able to say, being stuck and not being able to release the past. Well, it could be things like constipation. It'll try another way, okay? There's a stuckness in that, not being able to release the past. You see what I mean? So the body, the soul will try and communicate in another way if it doesn't listen. Or it might add it on, okay? It might add on another condition until we get it. It's very unfair, as if we're supposed to know. We don't get a workshop manual, unfortunately. You know, it'd be great if every baby had, oh, workshop manual, next one. But the point is, we have to learn from this, okay? That the whole purpose is to learn and grow. And so snoring is there for us to learn and grow. So, okay, well, thank you for those who've come in there. I can see some names there that are very familiar, and lots of love to you all. And let's see what happens next time. Okay, all the best, everyone. Lots of love. Okay, bye.